So, hi, and welcome to our Eight Branches podcast. My name is Adila, and I'm here joined with Jen. So, Jen, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here. So, my name is Jen Bailey. I'm born and raised in Toronto. I spent about a decade traveling and working abroad. I started my career in marketing for the luxury hotel and real estate industry. So, I got to live in Asia and California, and I studied in the UK. And then I came home and settled here with my kiddos and my husband.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah.
What really made you get into acupuncture?
I always say that acupuncture has sort of found me. It's a really gentle modality. I love that it is so diverse, and you'd be hard pressed to find another way of healing that can treat like concussions and cosmetic. It can treat anxiety disorders. Like it can help you with sleep and diet. It's like covers everything. It's really magic in that way. It's how you use it.
Who introduced you to Chinese medicine?
I went to a naturopathic doctor as a child, and I studied Taoism in university, and then I lived in Asia for 4.5 years.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of always been there in the background.
Cool. You work in marketing, so how did you kind of find your path to working in healthcare? Because they're both two totally different fields.
Yes, they are. So I've been really lucky. I have had 2 careers at the same time, always.
Wow.
As I said, worked in marketing, but I've spent over 10 years working in physiotherapy clinics as a clinical Pilates instructor. So I worked with women who had had a traumatic birth experience, MVAs, which is motor vehicle accidents. So people who need a great deal of rehab. So that's my area and that's my focus.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know they're two different sectors in the industry, but which one do you think you like more?
Oh, no, I can't.
You can't pick?
No way.
No?
I love them both. I really feel that I'm well suited to do both of them. If I did only one, I might sort of burn out, which of course
That's fair.
you can also treat with acupuncture, but
Yeah.
you see that a lot. So I've maintained my passion for both industries
That's
over my
nice.
career. Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing this full time? Are you kind of giving up marketing eventually if you end up going full time with acupuncture?
So I'm going to have my own practice, and that will take time to build. And I feel that I'll know the right time. But I have to say, I really do love my job in marketing, and I think it will just help with building my practice.
Yeah.
Yes, but not anytime soon.
You do have a leverage because of your background in marketing. You can really market yourself.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say is the most challenging aspect so far of studying to be an acupuncturist?
It's, I have kids, but whatever point in your life you're starting this journey, whether you are right out of school or you're like me and it's a little bit later, and we actually have some people in the program who are in their 60s, we all have the same comments. We just wish there were more hours in the day because Chinese medicine is never complete. You've never fully seen the whole picture.
Yeah.
So there's always more to do, and that is a great problem to have.
How would you convince someone then to try acupuncture in 15 seconds? Let's say it's like an elevator pitch.
Yeah, for sure. So I say we're not healers, we're holders. We hold space for people to heal themselves. So acupuncture needles are sort of like these little amazing little soldiers that go in and clear the way because you have the capacity within you to heal.
Mm-hmm. Is there any specific areas in acupuncture you want to focus on, like cosmetic acupuncture like you were talking about before?
Yeah, so I love face and scalp acupuncture, not just cosmetic, but I will be doing cosmetic. I have worked a lot with concussion patients, TMJ. This sort of goes into sleep issues and anxiety. So anything from the neck up.
Neck up, cool. You have little ones of your own. Would you want to work with acupuncture with kids?
So I would not go into pediatrics, but my kids actually needle me.
Really?
So yeah, my daughter is 7 and she is so into moxa. She's like really on this journey with me. And I think for any parent, you sort of just immerse them in the environment. Don't push it on them. But she's really taken like a huge interest in it.
Does she want to be an acupuncturist?
She does.
Oh,
She
wow.
said she's already has plans to take over my clinic.
A little mini you. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Do you think your experience in marketing can somehow help your career in TCM?
I do. I think that fundamentally communication with patients is how you have a higher patient retention. It's how you build a practice. So at the end of the day, way back when I started my career as a copywriter, and I still am in so many ways. So yeah.
What platforms do you see yourself being to advertise yourself on, like such as Instagram or Facebook?
That's a really great question. And I talk about that in acupuncture and marketing, what is relevant. And the best advice I would give to my marketing clients is you have to be on the platforms that you love. So if everyone is on Snapchat, but you hate Snapchat, it's not going to jive and it's not going to come across as authentic. So my demographic is on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I love long copy. I love writing. So that's where you'll find me. Also, obviously on LinkedIn, we can do videos. Instagram, I think, is important to be on. Threads, I'm on, and I'm like still checking it out. So that's where you'll find me.
Do you think you'll ever be on TikTok?
We'll try. We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Okay.
If I can have someone's help.
I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
I have some fun questions for you.
Sure.
Do you think AI will ever take over your job? If not now, then in maybe a couple of decades?
Okay, I love this question. I think there's an amazing space for AI, but you will never replicate the empathy and the compassion and the passion that an acupuncturist has for their patients. Never. However, I think maybe as it evolves in a couple decades, sure, we can look to it for some neat point prescriptions that we haven't thought of, but that's where it ends.
Would you ever think a robot will put a needle in for you? Would you ever want to do that?
I would not want a robot putting a needle in me, and I know I'm not the only one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
If you can combine acupuncture with any modern technology or gadget, what would it be and how would it enhance your treatment?
Okay, so it would be the Forma treatment, which I currently use. I have one day a week where I'm at Riverdale Optometry, which is they're in Leslieville, and I work with Forma facial treatments. It's a radio frequency. It tightens the skin. It's amazing in only 6 treatments. It sculpts the jawline.
Wow.
It's good for dry eyes. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's a technology that already exists. I love working with it. And I would definitely pair that with a body treatment.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Do you think acupuncture can fix a broken heart?
Of course it can.
Yeah.
Of course.
Where would it be in
So it's not like a point, but Chinese medicine encompasses emotional and psychological challenges as well. It takes that into account. Whereas I find in the West, we sort of like slice and dice the body and say like, oh, you have a knee problem, it's just your knee. We won't look at the rest of the chain, up or down. So can it fix a broken heart? Yes, because there are other connected issues at play. So that's what I love about Chinese medicine. It's a whole picture.
This makes a bunch of broken people's hearts be better.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all the questions I have for you. Okay. Is there anything you would like to tell everyone watching?
One of the questions we had talked about before actually was how do you manage with kids? Because I get asked that all the time. And I think any parent would just know, you make it work. But there's a lot of advice. If anyone's thinking about going to acupuncture school, very easy. I don't know why. We love to share our experience. You'll find tons of tips online because it is a very intense experience. No matter what age, I hear that from my younger classmates and older. So that is sort of independent. It's very intense and you just need to be very organized and do what you need to do to stay healthy and keep up your stamina because it is a marathon for sure.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely, I thought I loved acupuncture when I started, but it's nothing compared to my passion for it now. It is such an amazing program. And I will say I was at another school before. And so I have a little bit of basis for comparison. And I absolutely love A Branches so much. It has been such a joy to be here.
So you're having a good, easy time managing work-life balance.
Yes, I am. Honestly, it is not challenging once you sort of get your rhythm
and your routine.
And go to bed on time. That's my number one beauty tip is go to bed.
I mean, it also follows the Chinese medicine clock. Am I right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, exactly. One of the greatest things, another thing I love about Chinese medicine is they sort of look at beauty as indicative of your organ health instead of in the West, it's all about superficial looks. So it's just such a beautiful approach. I've actually become healthier with a higher course load and I work. So it's been really intense, but it's been a joy.
That's great. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was nice having you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.